Welcome back to the channel. If you're a fan of Landman, Taylor Sheridan's hard-hitting storytelling and deep dive breakdowns that go beyond surface-level reactions, you're in the right place. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any Landman updates, trailer analysis, leaks, or finale breakdowns. Because today, we're breaking down the Landman Season 2 Episode 10 trailer and why this finale is shaping up to be one of the most devastating endings Taylor Sheridan has ever written. The Episode 10 trailer doesn't offer hope. It doesn't tease redemption, doesn't promise a comeback. Instead, it prepares us for impact. After watching Tommy Norris collapse in Episode 9 and seeing Cooper's life unravel in real time, this trailer makes one thing painfully clear. The story is no longer about survival, it's about consequences. We see familiar faces swallowed by unfamiliar darkness. We see power slipping away. And we see a family that built everything on oil, ambition, and sacrifice, now watching it all sink back into the ground they've spent decades drilling. With only one episode left before the season, wraps on January 18th on Paramount+. The real question isn't whether Tommy survives, it's whether anyone in the Norris family survives this emotionally intact. Tommy Norris breaking point to 30 to 5 o'clock. Taylor Sheridan has always written men who endure until they can't anymore. And Tommy Norris is the purest example of that. This entire season has been about Tommy fighting to keep MTEX alive after Monty's death. He sacrificed everything. His health, his family relationships, his peace of mind, all to protect a company that ultimately turned its back on him. Episode 9 showed us a man with nothing left to give. And Episode 10 is about to show us what happens when a man realizes everything he endured was for nothing. Tommy didn't just lose his job. He lost his identity. He believed loyalty mattered. He believed sacrifice meant security. And the trailer confirms the brutal truth. The system he served was never designed to protect him. Then there's Cooper, whose storyline has been heading toward disaster since the season began. When Cooper learned that Ariana was being harassed by a racist at her workplace, he didn't stop to think. He reacted. He went to the club, found the man, and he beat him so violently that the situation nearly turned fatal. That wasn't heroism. That was rage. Now the police are involved. Witnesses saw everything. And Cooper is staring down the possibility of serious jail time. Consequences that could destroy his future and end his relationship with Ariana. They were planning to get married. They were building a future. And now that future is collapsing. The worst part, Tommy can't save him. Tommy no longer has power at MTEX. He no longer has the connections to make problems disappear. He's watching his son spiral completely, powerless to stop it. One of the most striking elements of the trailer is how it visually shows power collapsing. The people who once controlled the money and land now hesitate. They avoid eye contact. They pause before speaking. Spaces that once felt like fortresses now feel empty and abandoned. Even the land itself feels ominous, like it knows something terrible is coming. This isn't a story about last-minute solutions. It's a story about realizing there is no escape, and the trailer's pacing reinforces that. The music doesn't build, the cuts slow down, silence lingers. Taylor Sheridan wants us uncomfortable because Episode 10 isn't about resolution, it's about truth. Angela's role in this collapse is quieter, not just as important. She's been trying to hold her family together while maintaining her own identity using humor and distance as a coping mechanism. But the finale will force her to confront a painful reality. How do you support a man who's breaking under the weight of his own choices? How do you protect your children when the person meant to protect them can't even protect himself? Angela can't fix this. And that realization may be one of the most heartbreaking moments of the finale. This trailer confirms something Taylor Sheridan does better than almost anyone. He doesn't offer comfort. He builds toward inevitable outcomes that feel devastating because they're earned. This season leaned heavily into family turmoil, and that wasn't an accident. The oil industry is just the backdrop. The real story has always been about people pushed beyond their limits by systems that demand more than they can give. The stillness in the trailer isn't peace. It's the calm before devastation, the final image of the trailer says everything. Tommy stands alone, silent, staring out at the land that defined his entire life. He's not moving. He's not speaking. And that image captures failure, loss, and the terrifying moment when you realize the future you planned no longer exists. Landman Season 2 Episode 10 premieres January 18th on Paramount+, and it's shaping up to be one of the most talked about finales of the year. The question isn't whether you'll watch, it's whether you're ready. Because once you see the cost of ambition, pride, and loyalty in this world, you can't unsee it. The truth is coming, and it's going to hurt.